With the sun rising from the south, mornings began with the beat pulse of feet from the pānī run. Tribes from Easter, equipped with petal horns and Iroquois drums, and tribes from Ramia with siren flutes, sprint to the Abzu Wells. Once there, they assemble a mass orchestration conducted by Krysthala, moving the flow of water with vibrations through aqueducts, up the cliffs of Daiki, and down helix canals that flow throughout the city. On the east side of Nu Yeshua, tribes from Manoumi and Mohenjo sprint to the foundry of Hephaestus, found just after the Abzu Well. A bold choir of chanting and hymns control the fierce fire ablaze. There, precious metals and stones are turned into tools and raw materials for the new architecture of buildings around the districts. Since the discovery of the Abzu Wells and the Hephaestus Foundry, many of the dying turned to the study of agriculture and metallurgy, a foreign study to the people. Thus, rising towers standing out of pockets of Eden began to grow throughout the city. By virtue of this unity, ether energy is generated around the outer rim of Nu Yeshua and is harnessed as electric power, illuminating the districts at night. A new life has been given to the city. As a result, the Diné began to turn the many colors of tierra and become fruitful in production. However, this form of livelihood had also unleashed horrific memories of the Diné's existence before Nu Yeshua. Free will had plagued the minds of the Diné once more into creating an existence of their own demise. Had the illusion remaining in Nu Yeshua failed the Diné? At the end of his 10th year, Krysthala had transformed the city of Nu Yeshua. Krysthala's name began to be spoken throughout the districts, with the blessings of Nin and Bragi on his side. The Ascension tribe had initiated Krysthala's word as Asa and began to spread Krysthala's inner findings through practice. However, Kuku and Elder Ka, the remaining legion of Manoumi and Mohenjo, had their doubts of Krysthala's presence in Nu Yeshua and the ways of the Diné, a change witnessed once before. Karta had become brother to Krysthala and second child to Reta and Moab. Although smaller than his brother and most other Diné, Karta became advanced in the transmutation of elements, the science of technology, and was able to explain visually through drawings and emblems what Krysthala could only experience and feel. By working together, the brothers were able to access fragmented archetypes to the tree of life, tree of knowledge, and constructed instruments of the Elysian. Using the science of quantum, they were able to erect a spiraling mander where they studied. On the 11th moon of Krysthala, Reta gifts him a moldavit stone, compacted relics of the old earth and worlds before. It was in this instance that Zail whispered insecurities into Karda's ear and began his questioning of his true past. Doubt begins to manifest within Karda. With the power of the moldavit stone, Krysthala and Karda gain the power to record sound at different frequencies and spectrums. Gaian discs, a circular device able to project images and audio, were sent out to the community, reporting the brothers' directions on how to create and use their new inventions, as well as new discoveries of a path to Ascension. However, the Master Elders demanded that these reports quickly cease. The censorship of information had driven yet another division between Diné and Elysian. Civil unrest and a rise of Krysthala's followers cast a shadow over the Elysian's teachings, resulting in disunity between Diné and Elysian. Inside the Mander, Krysthala and Karda had begun study over a new device that is able to bend pitch and frequency. Brother, with these instruments, do you understand? We can rule as the remaining Elysian do. We can govern Nu Yeshua. No, we should never use our creations for power over others, Karda, only towards the path to Asa. What if us ruling is the path to Asa? Why have we been blessed with these skills and knowledge? To live the life of the meek? Precisely. We must stay righteous, humble, and patient. Be going as Baba says. Why be patient when we can become more powerful than Master Kuku or Bragi now? What is this? Where does this come from, brother? Whispers and enchantments fill Karda's mind. Cease! I will cease these ideas. It is only a thought, brother. Let us be rid of it. Good. Let us begin. Before activating the new device, they set a Gaian disc to record the events. As the new instrument is dialed in, a colorful frequency is emitted by the center of the device. The moldavit stone is used as a conduit to guide the ether throughout the instrument, instantaneously. A shock wave. A sound, unpossessable by words, is sent out, reaching the furthest ends of the cosmos. Cease of relativism, omitted by sound. The people of Nu Yeshua become in tune, alert, pineals active and in sync. But for only a second. The passage to Ascension was shown to all, including the falling watchers, now lurking just outside Nu Yeshua. Reta and Moab burst into the Mander. Did you see it, Ninma? Baba, could you hear Asa?
What have you two done?
Sorry, Ninma, the mold of its stone shrunk with the blast. But what vision?
I care not for the stone. Are you two unharmed?
So it is true. You have led us to Asa. We should tell him now before it is too late, Reta.
He still has time, Mob. He's only a child.
This has been foretold since the beginning, Reta. We have been given the sign. Reta stares deep into Krysthala's eyes, just as the day he was born.
Krysthala, listen now, for what I am about to tell you is the story of your creation. On the first night of the orb's alignment, a shift of presence filled Nu Yeshua, and the neutrality of the Diné was no more. A seraph of light foretold of your birth, not of Bishra of Druj, but of the light of Asa. Soon after, I became Le Moimana with you, Krysthala. Baba and I fled to conceal the first birth of the Diné, and with nothing but the stars and Asa guiding our travels, we found a Bedouin dwelling far west of Nu Yeshua. There, we were met by the Liu, Tigris, Fawn, Ibis, and the monks of the Far East who gifted you the vine of Aya, a lotus flower, and the mold of its stone. Then, in the early morning, on the first day of Primavera, you were born. Seraph Metatron appeared above head and bestowed you the cube of life and light, merging it with your Merkaba. It is this same instrument you have created that resembles such gift. When we had returned to Rumia, we had found that there had been many more births throughout Nu Yeshua. Thus, we never knew the certainty of the prophecy, but clarity has been shown upon us in this wave.
And what of my origins, my birth, Ninma? There is no telling of such story, Carta. We must leave. The Elysian and their guards will be drawn here once they've located the point of origin. Gather your relics with haste.